Now to sounding brass and tinkling cymbals. The brass band tradition followed legions of British migrants to Australia, and it's at its strongest here in Victoria. One of the great survivors in the world of the cornet, tuba and euphonium resides in Melbourne's eastern suburbs. The Box Hill City Band has had its share of ups and downs in its century and more of existence. But these days it's very much on the up as it prepares for the National Championships in Brisbane next weekend. Andrew Bell paid a visit to the band room.
It builds slowly with great purpose. 24 and more individuals coming together to be as one, to band together. The clock ticks towards rehearsal time. The calendar moves ever closer to the national titles.
Since we came back in January, the guys have been working extremely hard. They haven't had a weekend off since the 25th of January, so around Australia Day. We've been working basically every weekend, sectional rehearsals leading up to this event to, you know, we're going there to look to take it out. That's the real big one for us.
A big one in a massive year. There's been a band in Box Hill for 125 years. Eventide, the melody for the hymn Abide With Me, would have been played by the band right from the start.
Originally it started off as a Methodist temperance band, so it was associated with the church. After 18 months with falling numbers, they had a meeting and said, how can we improve the membership numbers? And they said, drop the word temperance from the band and make it a brass band. We have a sense of history that we're carrying the torch that was passed to us from the bands previously that started many years ago and have had struggles and have overcome them.
It's as old as any of the great football clubs, isn't it? Many of the starting and the early days of banding in this country were around the football clubs. So to have a lineage that's, you know, as old as the Bombers or Richmond or any of those clubs, I think is very, very special. One thing hasn't changed through all time, I believe, from, you know, the inception of bands in the north of the UK is passion for music. And I think that what keeps us going and what's driving us at the minute is that from everybody. We've got a team that's all pulling in the same direction, and to be in the 125th year and for the amount of great things that are happening right now in this band room, there's world-class music making happening.
The gold standard for brass bands still resides up north though, Northern Hemisphere that is, in Yorkshire, at Grimethorpe.
It's a culture steeped in tradition. This is a band made of men, very proud men used to a life of hard graft, and also very passionate men as well. And this feeds into the music almost directly. What they put into how they play, the music that they play, the way they perform to audiences and things, it is with heart and soul. And they put in the hours for it, frankly, and it pays off.
The Grimethorpe Colliery Band, immortalised as well as fictionalised in the movie Brassed Off, toured Australia in 2011, a trip that changed Michael Wells's life.
Melbourne was my favourite, and frankly it got under my skin, and I had to keep going back. I came back on holiday a couple of times, and when it came to 2014 I thought, I want to stay here for longer. So I packed my bag and brought my baritone with me and turned up on New Year's Day. Maybe 2 days before I was due to fly out, Matt got in touch with me and said some good things about the band, told me what was happening, what good progress they were making, where they were heading, and it was something that I thought I wanted to be getting stuck into, frankly. And when I came to the first rehearsal, I knew this was something special.
And Michael is already making his own contribution, coaching Box Hill's junior band. Indeed, all around this band room, there's commitment.
We actually have a member who travels down from Kerrang, and we have people who come from Geelong every week to play with this band. So We're from all over Victoria.
Why do they come to Box Hill though?
I think they see we're going somewhere and they want to belong, they want to come on the journey with us from being a low-grade B-grade band to last year being the state champion B-grade band to hopefully this year getting high up in B-grade and heading towards A-grade.
Bravo, good. And 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... It's all about the passion. If we don't have passion for what we do, it's not a job for these people. So, you know, they give all their time for the love of the band and the love of the members. And for me, you know, I couldn't ask for any more than that.
Commitment, passion, and dreams.
I'd love to see this band in the home of banding in the UK and competing at the British Opens or their national championships if that one day was possible. We have had bands that have done that in the past here, but that's something I think the ultimate goal, to go back over there and mix it with the best over there.
Most of my dreams have been achieved in the last year, to keep the band alive and going so that when I move on, the band is in better shape than when I took it over as a band manager. At the moment it is, and it's got a little bit more to go, and then I'll be happy to go and sit under a tree somewhere and listen to the band playing.